Hello, everyone. I'm North Hempstead Town Supervisor Judy Bosworth, and I, along with our town board, are proud to present At Home with North Hempstead, a series of special programs for children, seniors, as well as entertainment for residents of all ages. I hope you enjoyed this special presentation and check back often for new content.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining me in this video. For this project, we're going to be working on a really cool Thanksgiving project. All right, we're going to learn how to create a turkey and we'll also reflect on different things that we are thankful for. So hope you'll join me for the next 20 minutes or so. Alrighty, so we're going to get started. If possible, please have a black permanent marker, a pencil, eraser, and all right, I'm using regular drawing paper. And if you can have some markers or color pencils is also fine. And I kind of just found this picture from the internet that I'll be helping kind of like using as I draw the turkey, just to kind of remind me what a turkey looks like. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is first we're going to start by drawing the body of the turkey, and I will break it down for you into simple shapes. So first you want to start up by drawing a nice round circle. All right, this is going to be the head of the turkey. So you don't want it to be too big, and it's okay if it's not super round. If you do have like a small, like an object with a round bottom, and then you can use that to draw a perfect circle, you can do that. I'm just going to freehand draw it and then kind of just erase and fix up the circle so that way it's nice and round, but doesn't have to be a perfect circle. After that, we're going to draw the body of the turkey. This is kind of going to be like another circle, but bigger. This is going to be like about 4 times bigger. Um, and you kind of, it's not going to be a finished circle because the head is going to be in front of the body. A bit similar to a snowman also. All right, so for the legs, we're going to do 2 little lines at the bottom where we want the legs to go. 2 straight lines. They're pretty short. And then for the turkey, I believe they have 4 toes. All right. So I'm drawing like 4 little toes, and one of the toes, it's the toe in the back. It kind of like there's like 3 toes in the front and one in the back. So just make sure you do that and not draw all 4 toes facing forward. All right. So you see how one toe is facing um, like the back of the turkey and the other 3 are facing the front. It could kind of almost be like a star, except it only has four sides. Okay, so right now we've got the head, body, and legs and toes and everything. What we're going to do next is we're going to work on creating the feathers. For the feathers, we're going to start by making some straight lines. They're about 1/2 inch apart, and you do want the lines to be about the same length. All right, and it's okay if they're not perfectly the same length or the like perfectly this perfect amount apart from each other. This is also kind of like you're making sun rays behind the turkey. So you can also think of it as sun rays that you're making. And I'm going to add one more. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, kind of looks like a big sun ray. Now what we're going to do is we're going to act like we're kind of like drawing the letter N, or we're basically just going to connect the lines together. But you want to connect it with this type of N shape or like an arc that you're making. All right. And then you're going to just continue trying to make the same shape over and over until you reach the other side. Okay. So that looks good. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down a little bit and we're going to do the same thing again. Okay. Same shape you made before. You're just doing it down a little bit. Okay, so the feathers are starting to look pretty good right now, I would say. Definitely starting to see the look of a turkey here right now? All right, awesome. So I think what we'll work on next, we can add some eyes. For the eyes, going to be like a nice round circle, two round circles you're going to add, and then we can add a little smaller circle inside of it. All right. For the nose, think of like triangles, right? You're going to draw a triangle with the top facing down. And then what we're going to do after that, you can keep it like this. If you want to add a little bit of shadow, you can do a little bit of shadow under the nose. So it's like I'm drawing, just like, oh, before we do that, let's do, this is kind of similar to a shape of a tear. I forgot what that part of it's called, honestly. Yeah, I don't think I ever knew what it was called, but they have these little things that hang off. I think actually that's the mouth. The mouth is kind of connected to the nose. Um, okay, so I would say this is a good body for the turkey, but if maybe you want to add some other things or make add different things to the feathers or maybe add clothes to the turkey, it's up to you. So what we're going to do is before we start coloring or doing anything else, we are going to trace our drawing with a black permanent marker. If you do not have a black permanent marker, you don't have to trace it over. But then I would recommend maybe you use color pencils. The reason I like to trace it is so that way, because when you add color, sometimes the outline of the drawing can get a little bit lost. So when you add the black outline, it makes the drawing pop out more. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue tracing the feathers, and you do want to take your time with this because all you're really doing is going over the lines you already made. If you do make a mistake, I would just say go with the new line that you made with the permanent marker because you can't really erase that unless you use whiteout. But yeah, definitely take your time. And then what we'll do after that is we'll work on kind of just taking some time to reflect about different, you know, things in your life that you are grateful for. Um, yeah, it's just a nice little reflecting. And then we'll work on adding what you're grateful for to the turkey. All right, this is looking good. Trying to go pretty smoothly with the tracing. Okay. Oh, before we do that, we actually have to erase the pencil marks that we made before. Okay, so grab your eraser and wherever you see pencil lines, I would say to take the time and erase them. The reason for that is because once you do start to add color over the pencil marks, the pencil line is still going to show, but then you won't be able to erase it really once you go over it with a marker. So that's why you want to make sure you erase everything right now. Alrighty, this is good. I'm erasing the toes and everything. There's some pencil marks there. And if you'd like, you can also add your turkey in an environment. I think I'm gonna just kind of put mine outside. But if you want to add them somewhere funny or silly, like outer space or something, or on a boat, you can kind of like draw the background right now. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep mine pretty simple, but just putting it out there some ideas for maybe where you want to place your turkey. All right, so I am almost done erasing. I'm just trying to make sure I get all of the pencil marks out of the way, you know? Because, like I said, if you don't do it now, it's going to be a bit of, might be an issue later. So this looks good. All right, this is what our turkey looks like. So what I'll do is, I think I'll put the drawing away for a bit, and then we'll take some time to think about, make a list of things we're thankful for. All right. So I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of like think of different things that in general, it's usually like, we are usually grateful for. But I would recommend you grab, a piece of paper or even a notebook and a pencil. We're going to take like a couple minutes and just think, what are some things that you're happy for, you're thankful for, things in life that make you happy, that bring a smile to your face, things like that. Maybe if you have a pet, you could write that you're grateful that you have your pet in your life, the home you're staying in. It could also maybe just be that you're really good at drawing. Maybe you're grateful for your artistic skills. But yeah, we'll take a couple minutes to write it down. And I'm also just thinking of things that you could be thinking of, to write down. And maybe I should have done this in markers because I guess you might kind of not able to see. And I guess I'm writing a little sloppy, but it's okay. All right, I'll just kind of. What are some things to be grateful for? I mean, I was always grateful for school, learning. I always like to learn. So being able to go to school. I would say definitely for music. Yeah, music would always cheer me up. Well, right now I'm grateful for my job, grateful for the home I live in, for my big family, and that we all get along usually. What else would we say? I am grateful for my health. I'm pretty healthy, thankfully. You can be grateful for friends. Friends, I think, is a good thing to be grateful for. I would also say, oh, maybe if you traveled this year, or if you have traveled before and you really enjoyed it. So maybe the ability to travel. Mm, grateful for nature, plants. Maybe you like surrounded by nature. That could be pretty cool. But some people don't really have much nature where they are. So that's actually something to be grateful for, you know. Okay, still thinking. Yeah, I have a plant right now, and I usually am not good at taking care of plants, but it's been almost 4 months, and my plant is still alive. So I'm grateful for my plant who is still with me after 4 months, and I'm learning to take care of it. You can also be grateful for movies, for going outside and playing. Um, yeah, grateful for painting. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to come up with some stuff. The other thing is, if you want, you can also practice like drawing a symbol of what it is you're grateful for. So if maybe you're grateful for, you love strawberries, you can draw a little like strawberry kind of, right? Instead of saying I'm grateful for the house I live in, you can draw the house. Maybe you can add a little bit of details to the house. Maybe if you're grateful for your friends or your family, you can just draw little stick figures of them, or you can make it more details. That's up to you. If you're grateful for your friends, you can draw you and your friends playing whatever game you usually play. But yeah, kind of take some time to think about how can I draw these things that I'm grateful for. And then we'll use a mix of words and images to kind of like visually communicate what we are grateful for. All right. So once you're done with the list, then you're going to keep that list next to you and you're going to go back to the drawing. All right. Now you can write down in pencil if you'd like. I'm going to write in marker so that way it's a bit easier to see through the camera. Okay. Alrighty. So just taking some time to think. Let's see. All right. I was trying to count real quick how many people are in my family. So I'm going to start by drawing the people in my family because I would say that's definitely something I'm grateful for. And I'm doing stick figures just because, it's a very small little feather. So it would be kind of hard to draw them realistically. All right. And then I can write family at the top. You can write you can write and do the image or just do one or just kind of like switch. It's up to you. So I'll be doing a combination. I'll be doing a bit of both. All right. So I'm going to be using different colored markers for the feathers, but the idea is that each feather, you're going to, it's going to reflect something you're grateful for. And If maybe you can't, maybe if you run out of things to write in them, you can also just draw an image or some symbols or patterns, something that you're like, I like this. Not all of the feathers need to have, that specific thing that you're grateful for. It could just be a design. All right. So right now I've got playing outside. I did some little hearts with like sun rays around them. And I'm just using different colors for this. I'm drawing the house that I live in, the little doors and windows, and then I'm gonna draw a little sun. It's actually not sunny out right now as I'm making the video, but I am very grateful when it is sunny. Okay, and then I'm just looking at my list and trying to figure out what else to add. All right. And this is something you can definitely do as a family. And then, towards the end, everyone can kind of put their drawings up on the wall and take some time and talk about what they're grateful for and reflect, you know. That says playing video games. I know I used to be into video games like a lot when I was younger. So definitely grateful for playing video games. I don't play them that much anymore, unfortunately, but I definitely enjoy a good video game. All right, so here you can also do some letter designs. So I'm about to write the word pet, and because it's such a, it doesn't have that many letters in it, I can kind of do a bit of a bubble letter thing, right? I think you can do that for things that have very small amount of letters in them, because obviously you can't do that for playing outside because it wouldn't, it's the space is way too small. So you see how I'm adding sometimes some decorative designs to the words or around the picture. You can do that also, but it's kind of starting. The feathers are looking really nice right now. So I'm happy with how it's going right now. And here I'm kind of just doodling a little bit. I don't know, I kind of just wanted to doodle. Like to doodle, so I thought I would add some doodles to this. And it kind of looks like a star with a smiley face on it. I don't know why I drew that, but I like it. The yellow might not show that much actually. I always forget that yellow markers does not show that well. All right, but it says strong. So I guess I'd be grateful for my strength. All right, so we've got a couple feathers left. So continue adding your words or images for what you're grateful for. And remember to add patterns and designs around them. And yeah. And then after that, what we'll do is we'll take some time to color the turkey, color the, I'll put it outside. So I'll probably color the sky a little bit and add a little bit of grass. And then that'll be like and then we'll be done. Yeah. So we got maybe like 7 minutes or so left. All right. So I put school because I'm definitely grateful for school. Definitely grateful for education. Alrighty. I should add ice cream sandwich. I love ice cream sandwiches. Alright, I'm grateful for friends. I didn't draw the friends just because, I don't know, I felt like just writing the word instead. Alright, and this is a green strawberry. I think there are green strawberries actually. Oh wait, is it that the strawberry is green until it becomes ripe and then it turns red? I think that's how it works. I'm not too sure though. But I feel like I've seen a green strawberry before. All right, and grateful for movies. I usually like to not only go out to see movies, but I like to watch movies, most times. So grateful for that. And I'm just gonna add a bit of design to some of the feathers right now. Trying to make it look all nice and pretty. But look at how colorful the feathers are looking. Right? Pretty cool. All right, we've got, I think, two more. So I'm just gonna add a nice little design to this and another smiley face. That one is not a starfish or, yeah, okay. All right, we've got one more feather. And this one, I'm just gonna do like a bit of a, yeah, this design. Because it's too small to write anything in. So, yep. Alrighty. So what we'll do next is, I think I'm gonna add color to like this part right here. I don't know what it's called, but it's like the part of the feather, the outside part of the feather. If you like, you can use more than one color. I'm gonna just use one color. I think one color should be fine. But if you maybe want to do like a rainbow, where each feather, the top of it is a different color, that could actually be really cool. Or maybe you want to use black and do that. That could be nice. Or use one color, like how I'm doing. And yeah, but looking very, very cool. And I guess this is my first time actually drawing a turkey. I realize I've never actually drawn a turkey before. Okay, so if maybe you want to use like some other type of coloring, if maybe you don't want to use markers and you want to use like oil pastel, crayons, you want to use color pencils, something else to add for the background and to color the turkey, you can do that. But I'm just going to use markers for this. You can add shadows. So if you were going to add shadows, you would do something like this, where you would make one side a darker brown and then another side a lighter brown. But if not, you can kind of just color the whole turkey the same shade of brown. Either way, I think it's okay. But this is what it would look like. So this would be the shadow, and then you would get a lighter brown. But I don't think I have a lighter brown actually. I might have to just do, I'm gonna look. But it looks like I do have, but it's running out. Yeah, this brown is running out. So I might just go over it with the, and make it just like one brown. Yeah, I'll just do that. And I'm using a much darker brown. You should be using like a burnt sienna, which is a little bit lighter. This is burnt umber, so it's like a much darker brown. All right, and I'm going to color in the inside of the eyes with some black. I think I also have to kind of like go over some parts of the turkey and make the outline a little darker. So that way the body of the turkey doesn't get lost in all of the words, right? So making it darker helps it to stand out a little bit. Okay, so that looks good, I think. Yeah. All right, so for the foot, would say it would be brown, but I'm using this like orangey color. I didn't want to use the same brand that I have, but I kind of like it. And you can use that same color for the nose and the mouth if you'd like. And then this part is going to be red. I still am not sure what it's called. Um, yeah, I completely forgot about it, but it's usually red. All right. Okay, so technically now the turkey is done. I've got about like 3 minutes left, so I think what I'll do is I'll add the background. All right, so right now take some time to add your background, unless you want to add the background that I'm doing, which is just something very simple. I like dots, so I'm adding dots to around all of the words now. This way it also kind of like makes everything look a bit more similar and it unifies the different feathers in a way. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think I'll do like a blue sky and green grass, but I won't like color it in like solid. I'll do it more like a scratchy type of coloring where you'll be able to see parts of the white of the paper still showing through. So first, I gotta figure out where I want the line for where the grass and the sky is, which is called the horizon line. So I'm keeping mine a little lower. And then, as you can see, I'm holding the marker sideways and I am being careful, but moving it down, up and down very quickly. And it's kind of creating just this idea of a bit of a grass, right? So I'm not like being super careful. It's just an imitation, just an idea of a grass. I'm not drawing every single grass per se. All right. It kind of does look like grass though, I would say for sure. Alrighty. And then we can add a little bit of sun on the left side. I'm gonna do the same thing, just do a bit of scratchy coloring to it. Add the sun rays. And then for the coloring, I'm going to use my trusty, I think, yeah, this blue should be okay. It's not really a sky blue color, but it'll work. All right, so I'm adding that around it, moving left and right. You can take your time and color it much better. I just kind of wanted to make it a bit scratchy. All right, but then, yeah, now you kind of have this like turkey, yeah, right there. But I think this looks pretty cool and I like the project. So hopefully yours is something you like also. And you can keep working on this if you need to, okay? So this is what we created. So thank you everyone for joining me in this video, and I'll see you in another video.